Well, hello YouTube friends and family, Frank here with yet again another glorious video. Sunday morning, Sunday, the weekend before Christmas. And all through the house, anyway, we all know the story. Maybe I should say all throughout the villages, things are not calm though. Anything but. Anyhow, I am on Codill Trail, coming through Edenfield. I'm going to be working my way into the village of Lraange. But here's Codill Trail. You might hear all that loud music in the background as people are working in there. To some soft, beautiful music. Why not? Codill Trail and Kyle Lane, and we looked at this before. And I was like, well, is this going to be courtyards or verandas? Well, looky here. They are verandas. I'm not going to go in there. Obviously not even right around accessible. But up and coming. Wait a minute. I am not going to say verandas yet. You know why? Because it looks like I'm seeing they almost look like garden villas. You know, in this early stage, they so resemble each other, you know, like courtyards and garden villas. But I've been noticing some of these neighborhoods are getting bigger and they're kind of intermixing them. Let's let this materialize a little bit better so we can get a better look at what they're doing in here. But their houses are coming up fast. All those were there in a week. I did get a couple of short video clips I'm going to include into this video of the crane lifting up precast walls and watching them put that house together. I've only got maybe a few pieces of it, like here where they put them together over the rebar, and then they'll seal them up to make it one wall. And it kind of just gives you a quick look into as to how they're able to put the house up so fast. When all you got to do is put them up like puzzle pieces, it's pretty much halfway done at that point. But what I'm trying to do is I'm going to come over here into the village of Lraange. If I can get over there. Because I want to take a quick look at a cottage villa neighborhood where cottage homes were coming up. I'm on Schneller Avenue and Green Drive, where some homes being built over here on this side. Designers. This is all really coming up basically across from the Eastport areas, all from the back. So let me find my way over to where I'm going. And there they are off in the distance. I'm trying to get over across on that retention pond. So right here we're going to need to make a left on Robinette Run and prevent your path. Turn left on Robinette Run. And we're going to see if we can even get a look at these cottage homes. Got guys over here working today, putting up vinyl siding. lot of these neighborhoods that are still under construction, they've released houses and people have already moved in and living in them. I've seen some houses where people living in them moved in and they're having to drive through construction areas to get to their house. Of course, down all in here, down on Robinette Run, are these houses that people had built? Probably. I think that's kind of like what they've done is people bought the lots and then they had a house built on. If you look across the street, you're seeing a bunch of big dirt mounds up. That tells me right in there they're already smoothing out areas. Now, is that houses or is that going to be, you know what, that might be commercial of sort. I'm gonna have to check a couple places and see what's going on in that area. There's been talk about putting in a supermarket and, you know, grocery store and whatever. I could be very well with all that is. These houses are finished. You probably just move right on in. If you happen to see your house being built or see it, whatever the situation is, or you see something that interests you, that's one of their homes being built, let me know in the comments. Bernie Lane and Codill Trail, down in that little section over here. Coming down Codill Trail, you got Juan Way. Really nice houses. They basically look completed. Anyway, I'm on Codill Trail and Craig Court. And this Craig Court comes all the way out to Corbin Trail. And right off in the distance, you got the Woodlands Golf Club. which I think is open and running, obviously. And then right next door to that, you got the Woodlands Bar and Grill, which is not open yet. They're still working on that. That'll be soon to come. Shackleford Trail, Ronald Drive. Now, just for reference, today is December 21st, 2025. And this is going to be, I think, the village of Edenfield. We got cottage homes coming up in here off of those streets. This particular Cottageville neighborhood, a cottage home neighborhood, is more developed than the one that we went in earlier. Looks like it's just really getting started, but this one got most of these homes a lot further along. Got your vinyl siding up. Some of these houses already got the landscaping, the sod down. Sea breeze. Back of this neighborhood is overlooking right there at Linhart Run, but they're going to end up putting a house right here. Once they get all that done, there'll be a house going there. I think cottage homes are usually 1,300 to 1,500 square feet or so, somewhere in that ballpark, I think. 3-bedroom, 2-bath. Some come with 2-car garage, or maybe even all of them do. Won't be long before they release these houses, because they're pretty close to being there. Streets don't look bad. Yeah, they got a lot of garbage laying around though that needs to be cleaned up. Kind of an interesting setup. You got this anchor right here, and you're sharing a lot that's right there next to, behind these designer home right here. Let me go look at that. Got a lanai on the back of this one, staring right at that one. So you're going to want to put, landscaping, and so that way you can have some sort of a separation. So just recall that. Now, some of those houses have got those white barriers right there, that white fencing. You can see those slatted wall panels way off in the distance. I wonder if they'll do that here too. Then you got a lot of shrubs. See, that helps separate, where you're not really just looking at your neighbor all the time. It's a nice sized yard. That might be an interesting setup, because you could take this area and plant beautiful landscaping and kind of make that into like a a kind of a park look. If people do it right, you can really transform that into a real pretty tropical scenery in there. I've seen neighborhoods do that and it just looks wonderful. Green Pebble Beach. Got plantation shutters or panels on the next to the windows. At least that's what it looks like to me. Nice sized corner lot right here. Looking at some window treatment where they already look like it's bowed or something. I wouldn't like that. Like, y'all need to come fix this. Gray, white. This is kind of like a bluish gray of some sort. And you got your tan and creams. White and brown. These cottage homes right here are going to have rather large lots right here. Good size separation in the backyards too. That'll be nice for them. Anchor, Pebble Beach. Gosh dang it, I can't never remember the model name of that one. And when you're looking at a house, floor plan is everything. You know, some of these houses, when you walk in through your front door, you're stepping straight into the living room. Me and Susan, we hate that. We like some sort of a walk-through or something to go into the living room, not step in and open up your door and there's your couch and stuff. Just doesn't appeal to us anyway. Yeah, it won't be long on this neighborhood before they go on the market. Now what I'm trying to do, I think I'm going to get on Warren Way off of Shackleford, where they're building a bunch of patio villas, and they're on both sides of this street, which is quite interesting. You got them on the left, patio villas, but it seems to me they're going to have like the certain models. They do that. And on the right, they have patio villas of particular models. But I like looking around to see if they're mixing them. You know, yeah, they've got them all together. Regular patio villas. You know, here's the havens. I do like a haven, although they're a little small. You got a nest. There's a retreat. Lots of havens. Nest retreats. There's going to be a bunch more on the other side. You got foundations still. And coming out of here, you've got about 4 houses here that look like they're completed. Then it crosses over, it goes onto the other side. We're gonna keep an eye on this section right here and let them keep getting built up. They got houses coming up all over the place out here. And then you got Edenfield Run, kind of a continuation area right here. Interesting, guys. There you have it. I'm gonna try to keep it short. Have a Merry Christmas. And as always, please subscribe to the channel and like the video. And enjoy time with your family, friends, and have a very Merry Christmas from Frank and Susan, and from the Retiring to the Villages, Florida channel.
11 give something from nothing. Life lessons come one in a dozen. The other 11 give something from nothing. Life changes just open the door. One thing's certain, I'll always be yours.